become the largest hospital in the nation. Even if they're the largest in Michigan, isn't that a monopoly? And when I was a country kid going to country school, we were taught monopolies are a bad business.
That's actually a good question, is there there's some hospital regulation that
there's
runs
a
up?
little group called the Federal Trade Commission.
Yeah, okay. Well, I thought there was a separate hospital approval you had to get for some of this stuff too.
Well, yeah, any action like this has to be approved by the FTC.
Okay.
Would you talk to the audience, please?
Yes, any action, any mergers that could potentially constitute a monopoly has to be approved by the FTC. They're the federal agency that watches out to protect against monopolies. It would have to be approved. Because of our size, every one of our transactions have to be reviewed and approved. But certainly, if it would constitute a monopoly, the FTC would not allow that to go through. We've already had discussion with the FTC, and this does not constitute a monopoly.
Will Spectrum let non-Spectrum doctors have privileges at their hospitals?
We're an open medical staff in Grand Rapids, and it would stand to reason that you would want an open medical staff here. There would be, to Dr. Gunther's point, there's no reason to drive a physician out of the community if they want to establish a private practice. What's important to you is that you have quality physicians available in your community to provide services. I'm sure your local board and Spectrum Health would support physicians in private practice. Approximately 80% of our physicians in Grand Rapids are in private practice. So the vast majority are in private practice today.
Right now, MCMC does a nice job of supporting local vendors. What is Spectrum's policy?
Good question, very good question, Al.
As much as possible, we try to support local vendors as well. You know, I think, I don't know that I can cite a percent of our business that's done locally, but it's probably in the neighborhood of about 15% of our business is done locally within Grand Rapids. It doesn't tend to be around medical supplies, it's more in the area of construction and services provided to the hospital. So yeah, there's an advantage to working with local business and industry because those are your future patients. And if you work with local business, they're going to be typically local employees that are going to consume healthcare in a local market. So there's a direct advantage to the hospital to work with local business.
Are you going to be very transparent?
Have to.
As the things go on? So
Absolutely,
people can
have to.
comment if they see it.
Absolutely. What I would suspect would happen is we will schedule a vote sometime after the last public hearing, which is December 2nd. We will schedule a public. We'll put it on our agenda, and we'll have a vote. And again, that vote will be to proceed or not proceed. If it's to not proceed, then that's pretty transparent. There's not much else to see. But if we voted to proceed, yeah, I mean, all the documents that we review, all that stuff is available under Freedom of Information. And you know, again, what's so important is people got to comment. They got to get involved. This is great. This turnout tonight's great. You got to let the commissioners know what you think. You got to express your concerns if you've done. I've listened to what you said. These are all things I'm going to take into account. That's what you got to do. But you'll have plenty of time. I mean, it's not going to be December 2nd, December 3rd, we're done, we'll never hear another word about it.